The opinions in the following podcast are the expressions and ideas of each individual host and not a reflection of 210 culture as a whole. So please take it all with a grain of salt and enjoy the show. This
¿Qué más le gusta de este parade?
No me shut up, man. No me.
It's a reflection of San Antonio, you know, and its music too, man.
the
And the pride of the great Lone Star State are NBA champions.
210 Culture Podcast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 210 Culture Podcast. It's a special edition today. This is episode, I think it's 55. I'm losing track of doing these now. But like always, I'm G, and I know everything looks a little bit different today. So Donna has the day off because her family came in, so she's spending time with them. So I found a good replacement for her today. I have Angela here from SATX Rated as my co-host today.
Whoop whoop. Hey y'all.
And we're supposed to have Roy, but those who know Roy knows that he doesn't have a phone, so he just kind of shows up whenever he feels like it. So he may come, he may not, who knows. But we'll still do the show anyway. And of course, to my right here is our actual guest for the show today, which is Michael from the Dia de los Muertos event coming next week, November 2nd at Essex, correct?
Yes, at Essex. No,
Yes.
thank you for having me. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much for being on the show here with us. So the way we normally start the show, we just kind of go and talk about what we did over the weekend. So since you're our guest, we'll let you go first.
Man, we've been busy. we've been so busy getting ready for the event this week. It's just been really hectic. Unfortunately, my girlfriend couldn't be here today, but man, she's just been so stressed and excited, but good stress. But
Stressed and blessed.
yeah, stressed and blessed.
I don't know, I think that's always like the worst part of the event. Like it's cool when you have the idea, and then when it comes to like that final like 2 weeks before, you're
Yeah.
just like freak mode, and you're like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And what you do, Angela?
So Friday we got to check out Social Factory. So Social Factory just did their new fall installation. So we got to go out there, ran into Donna, took some cool pictures. So check it out, y'all. It's over there off of Bandera next to Target. Bandera 1604 area. Cool place. Get your photos. They have about 11 different 11 different backdrops that they have. So we did that. Played in a volleyball tournament yesterday at Sideliners. Got second place. What?
Oh, nice.
But yeah, this morning just enjoying some family time and here.
Nice. And of course, I totally forgot, this episode is brought to you by Southside Craft Soda. Make sure you get their Texacola soda. Available now at almost all HEBs, and now follow them on their press run as they're getting ready to drop Limoncito, their new lemon lime flavor soda. And of course, Southtown 101 for having us here in their wonderful place. And of course, Pub Sports Radio, where you're listening to this live or the recording Monday through Friday. And if you're listening to this for the third time during lunch, once again, get some friends. We love you guys listening to us, but come on, get some friends. It's lunchtime. For us over the weekend, of course, we've been busy too. Friday, we went to Dollhouse off of St. Mary's. They were having their 7th annual Halloween bash thing, and the money went towards domestic violence. That's what they do it for. So it was cool. They had some burlesque dancers, and then they had a taco truck that we shot out there, which was the whole reason we went out there. And then, of course, Donna was hanging out with you over there.
Yeah.
There.
Doing our girl thing.
And then Saturday, we went to the Rose Bush because we went to do a Bacon Me Crazy food truck. So that was pretty good. Had a good bacon-themed food. They had a good brunch burger. It was like hash browns with a sunny side egg and bacon and cheese. So it was really good.
That sounds yummy.
And then we finished the night off visiting our good friends at These Guys over on McCullough. That's like one of our favorite food trucks right now. It doesn't top, nothing can really top it. They also named a quesadilla after me, so that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like an honor.
honorary
Yeah, I was gonna
mention.
Yeah, so that was fun. So yeah, they call it the G. So it's a 14-inch tortilla with cheese. It was cheese, chicken fajita, beef fajita, Fritos, nacho cheese, and jalapenos in there.
Oh,
so,
wow.
So that's my
Nice.
trademark. They have one called the Manny where they put hot sauce.
Of course.
And,
What did I tell you? He was gonna pop in and say, "What up, guys?"
Yep. So,
With the lunch.
with the lunch. And of course, everybody who knows, this is Roy, again, for his like 57th co-host. So yes, and if you don't know him, he's the carpenter's apprentice. So he's all in our little circle here. That
Perfect. Yeah.
we work together. So.
Awesome.
Now we can officially get the show started.
Yes. And here, sir, you know you got something to drink already. So
Thank you very much.
So yeah, so we're just talking about what we did over the weekend. So now it's your turn.
Okay, this weekend on Saturday, I went. Shit, man. Yesterday was Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Welcome
I
to
went,
Sunday.
I went to Georgetown, Texas to go see my niece and my nephew, and that was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then Friday night, I just can't remember.
Sounds about a typical Roy night.
Yeah.
So yeah, and where are my questions at? I have these written down somewhere here.
I just went to Pika Pika. Have y'all been there?
Yes.
Mhm.
I went there, and they had seafood.
Seafood.
So if anybody wants some fish, you can have one bite. So use it wisely.
All right, so jumping into the questions here, the whole reason why we have you on the show, not just to talk. Just let people know a little bit more about the Dia de los Muertos event that you got going on there.
Yeah, definitely. First off, thank you for the support. Thank you for having me. It means a lot to have the support from local guys, from you guys, and from just from the city as a whole. All of our vendor participants and everybody who's gotten involved. It's going to be a fantastic event. So yeah, on Saturday, November 2nd. So this coming Saturday, we're celebrating Dia de los Muertos. Obviously. There's a lot of Dia de los Muertos event going on, especially this year. The city's getting behind it and doing their own thing. And we've kind of decided to put a little twist on ours. So with our Dia de los Muertos event, it is 21 and up, being that our main focus behind our event is the concept of our tagline, celebrating spirits with spirits. So for those who don't know, obviously you know.
I'm into it.
For those who don't know, a spirit is also referred to as a name for liquor. So basically, celebrating spirits, those who have passed away.
We're getting to that in a minute.
Well, I just wanted to smell it.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, yeah. Celebrating spirits for those who have passed away, and having a nice drink, and what better way to honor those who've passed away than to celebrate life, and remembering them, and also living your life to the fullest. So with that, we have 8 different liquor sponsors who are going to be out there sampling cocktails. We're also going to have 12 different vendors. So from arts and crafts to we actually have one who's going to be reading cards, face painting, live DJ, live band. Shout out to Rollin' and Los Callejeros. They're going to be out there.
Nice.
And some local San Antonio food trucks as well, too. So.
Nice. And of course with the Callejeros, it's a good time. For those that came to our party, you know how good that was.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
I have a question. Are
yeah.
y'all gonna have like any places where you can like maybe bring a picture of a loved one or something like that, like some type of like altar?
Oh
thing?
yeah, definitely. So we are definitely going to obviously being a Day of the Dead celebration, we want to have the culture aspect of it as well too.
Yeah.
So we've created a pretty large altar all from scratch. We were finishing it up yesterday. It looks very, very beautiful. So please, for those who are coming, please bring a picture. It doesn't have to be framed, because our altar, we're going to be able to have a cork board, so you'll be able to pin it to the board there. But if you want to bring it framed, that obviously helps. And then we're also going to have some other decorations and things like that. So it's going to be a good time.
Nice, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that jumps into the other question. So what made you guys decide to choose Dia de los Muertos as your next event there?
So my team and everybody who's involved, it's going to be at Essex Modern City. They've been gracious enough to partner with us and to use their venue, and that's really what we're using, just the venue. So nobody really from Essex is involved in the production and things like that. So all of us that have gotten involved. I've been putting events. I went to St. Mary's, graduated in 2011, and even in college, I would kind of put some events over at what used to be Club Rio and things like
Nice.
that.
What was your first event?
I did a college party for jump smokers. So they had some songs out, and we brought them in town and did a little.
Oh, it's a band.
Oh yeah, they're two
okay.
DJs that
I got it.
are a
Okay.
little big. Yeah, so. We haven't done anything in a while, but I wanted to get back into it and really do something behind, for the city as far as the culture,
Yeah.
but also putting on a very fun and cool event. So
Yeah, no, I love painting my face like a skull.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'm over here thinking like, okay, do I do it at home or how early do I have to get there so that I don't like get stuck in line?
Right.
Because yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like you want to dress the part because I feel like if not, you'd look like the outsider versus the other way around.
I've never painted my face like that. Like
What?
the
Yeah,
skeleton.
The go-to Halloween costume,
You know, I just hadn't done it. I don't know. It's not for me.
Yeah.
it's fun.
I bet you it would look good on you, but on me, it just looks kind of funky. Have you celebrated Dia de los Muertos your whole life, or?
I really have. I've had some, personal things and, loss of family members at a very young age. So it's always been something that I've always, really, really enjoyed. And I haven't, unfortunately, been able to be in Mexico during the time of Dia de los
Right.
Muertos,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's on my list. I need to get out there, and especially in the Oaxaca region, down that area. So most of my family's in Mexico City, but I definitely want to get down there and visit. So yeah.
And most importantly, we gotta give a shout out to Disney for Coco.
I was about to say
Oh, yeah.
that. You stole me. I was about to say, and if y'all need a quick tutorial on what Dia de los Muertos is, watch Coco. That will make you cry.
I was gonna
but
say I still cry at the end, and I
it's on
already know it's
Netflix
coming.
for the next 12 days, y'all. So
How do you know this?
Disney is about to take over the world, and they're gonna
I
have
know, Disney
Disney's,
Plus.
with
Yeah.
Marvel and Star Wars. So
Hey,
you have until the 15th.
Yeah.
And if you're a Verizon customer, you get that for free. Verizon, pay me. Yeah, it's part of the
Plug.
plan. It's part of the plan. They're actually going to include Disney Plus with Verizon subscribers,
Nice.
so they get it for free, kind of like how you get Hulu for free.
Yeah,
with
but then you have to
subscription.
have Verizon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Or
There's no catch, right?
or any phone service in general, Roy.
True.
Uh,
Hey, my Southwestern Bell takes care of me.
he's looking for
Dang.
sponsors, y'all.
Come on,
Cricket.
Pocket.
Pocket.
Let's go old school.
I ain't
Pocket.
heard that one in a minute.
So real quick in our comments, we have Donna saying hi to everybody,
Hey, Donna.
and she
Hey,
said, of course, Roy, you pinche smoker. And then her coworker and her are having a conversation about where's Donna. So that's fun.
Okay.
But jumping into my next set of questions here, I gotta flip back and forth because my computer's not working
Oh yeah.
for crap today. So so how long does it take to really plan an event like this big?
Oh man,
Whew.
it's we get stressed out. I mentioned the stress, but we get stressed out. But like I said, it's good stress. Our events actually, we're starting off a little small. I think we're looking at maybe 500 to 600 people coming out as compared to Muerto Fest or some of the other ones.
Yeah.
I was just there yesterday, and man, they did a great job out there. Some really cool stuff. But it definitely takes a lot of time. I think it was around March where we decided and said, okay, if this is the year we're gonna do it, let's do it. Let's figure it out. Let's do it. Let's put it together. And we've really been starting our promotions. Late July is when we really launched everything. And then, you really want to give yourself at least a good 3 months for anybody out
For
there really
sure.
thinking about doing something, and good 3 months promo time.
Yeah.
I know.
Logistics and everything,
Yeah.
too. Man.
Why the booze? Why you put the booze in
Why
everything?
not, Roy?
Oh, no, hey, I agree. I just wanted to know specifically.
No, yeah, it's a great question. So, obviously, I think we all know that the city of San Antonio really loves to drink. We
Yeah.
love to have a good time and have
Everybody use your Uber and Lyft app, please.
right. Yeah, drink responsibly. I'll definitely say that. But yeah, we were just looking for a different, avenue, different aspect, and different pitch to Dia de los Muertos, where we do want to do the cultural side, like I said, for Dia de los Muertos, but also have it a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So there's some great, family functions and events, but for those that want something a little more adult and some want something a little more fun, especially with some of the brands that we have, I think it's a great opportunity to come out and have some fun.
I like the tagline, spirits celebrating spirits.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it.
Thank you.
Do you plan to get fucked up?
No, never. Never.
Ah, you're lying.
No,
I want to
no,
see you
no,
over
no.
there. You're going to
Plenty
be
of
all
water.
mellow.
Plenty of water.
I was gonna say from experience that I've done an event too. It's kind of hard to try to get fucked up because you're too busy worrying about other people's shit or people coming up to you and being like, "Hey, where's this? Let me get back with you on that. Where's
Yeah.
that?"
No, but you know what? Every time I've been to an event, the person who's in charge, people are always trying to give them drinks.
Oh,
yeah,
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 definitely.
you do get that.
By the end of the night, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
No, I definitely
We'll
know
be
how
sure
to
to
how to work
find
that
you.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen that even in like small magnitudes. Like even at our party, like I didn't even get fucked up either because either I would lose the drink.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to do revisionist history right now? Because I was there, guy.
No, you were
You were
outside-
fucked up.
You were outside smoking. You don't even count.
This motherfucker, when Kanye came on, he knew all the songs, every single
Hey,
word.
there
He
you
was
go.
in the middle trying to get everybody into that shit. If you weren't fucked up, then you sure were live.
That's just how I am with that song.
You had your own Sunday service
That-
going on.
Yeah, exactly. He did. He did.
Everybody who's known me since high school knows like that's the song. Like they know like if that song's coming on and I don't put it on, that they're all fucked and they all got to sit there and listen to my massacre for 2 minutes. And they're
It's
just like,
G-rated.
they're just like, "Oh, fuck. All right, here he goes. And that's what I actually don't have. There's actually another person that in high school. That's kind of how like me and him like bonded. We were at like a party. And the song came on, and like we were both like, we both look at each other like, you know the song, because it was like it had just came out. Where like not many people knew the song. He's like, you know the song, you know the song. So like, it's like twice as worse as what it was that night if he would have been here. Like it would have been super. It was like you would have been there at the concert pretty much. And I tried getting him out. I tried getting him out because I knew it was gonna happen. And he was like, well, he lives in Austin now, so he's like, oh, I can't come down. Like I have to work or whatever. But yeah, if he would have been here, it would have been worse. We have like Christmas ugly sweater parties where stuff's gotten destroyed in the
It gets
process.
the people
Wow.
going.
No kidding.
Yes, yes. So it's interesting.
When
But
you went yesterday to the Muertos Fest,
Yeah.
How were you feeling? Were you like competitive, thinking, "Oh, we can do better than this," or were you looking for just ways to improve or make your things better?
I was just trying to really take in the event as a whole. I mean, we recently just moved back to San Antonio. We were in Dallas, so we recently just moved back in March. So this was actually my first time at Muertos
I
Fest.
know.
No,
Poor guy.
Are
personal
you
reason.
originally from San Antonio?
How much time? Did
No,
you
originally in Fort Worth, but I was in San Antonio before I moved for like 10 years. So I went to
Oh,
St.
cool,
Mary's,
cool,
and
cool,
yeah, I
cool.
definitely think of myself more of a San Antonian than a
Nice.
Dallas person.
All right, you passed.
Yeah, go Spurs, go. So,
Yeah.
but no, yeah, just taking it all in and just trying to get ideas. But for the most part, just really enjoying it and just kind of seeing how they kind of have the whole event, just like the production side of it.
Yeah.
When y'all started planning y'all's, did y'all know that this one was going to be happening just a week before?
Not so much the date. I was really looking at that November 2nd date, kind of trying to find everything before everything else going on in the city. There's a lot going on right now. Mala Luna's today, Muerto Fest. So when we were looking at it, we were like, okay, I really wanted to stay true to the tradition of the dates.
Yeah, I was
For-
about to say the
right.
second is the Day of the Dead.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
I'm up here pulling up my calendar, like, legit trying to figure
It
this
says
out.
Day of the Dead on it.
Yeah, no,
It's
but
just a
I mean,
skeleton.
but that's cool. Like, especially if you were like, "Hey, should we do it? Should we not?" Like, boom,
Right.
2019, it falls on a Saturday.
Exactly,
Why not?
exactly.
Like, it's just more movement to do it. And then plus, like, I kind of see Muertos Fest more so as like a family. Like, you bring out your family, your
Yeah.
dogs, you know, compadres, grandma, abuelitas, everybody. And then this one being a little bit more like a beer fest type audience where it's older and you're just everybody's out there to have fun and
Right, definitely.
you know, celebrate.
Yeah, so definitely no strollers at our event. So,
Yeah.
but no, it should be a good time, and like I said, we really enjoy Muertos Fest too. So they do a great job out there too.
Yeah.
But I feel like when it comes to events, you just have to like go with your gut, and if you're like, I want it on this day, like there for the specific reason of staying authentic.
Yeah.
Like you can't care what's going to happen because there's going to be
Right.
events.
Mhm.
Like we did our when we did our Bean Bash festival, we had Ike Rico had their 1 year going on. They had something was going on downtown too. I think it was Comic-Con or something the same weekend. Like there was like 5 or 6 different events, and we're like, well, this is the day that I want to have it. Like this is the day I'm going to have it.
Right.
Same with the 2K party. It was Donovan's birthday that same day.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Right.
Oh man, shout out to
Yeah.
him!
Oh, yeah, shout out to
Congrats
Donovan.
on the baby
congrats
boy.
on
Baby.
the newest baby
Yeah.
to
Yes.
SATX rated
The new-
Donovan Lloyd Thompson Jr. Woo!
Awesome.
The new
Congratulations.
the new free labor of SATX rated.
Yes.
He's a 18-year-old intern.
Yes. Yes. He's our Simba.
I know. I saw that on the story. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. I was like, can I post this? Because it's perfect.
So yeah, shout out.
You
to
said you've
Donovan.
done a bunch of events, right?
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing that's gone wrong in one of the events that you've thrown?
Oh, yes, me.
Nobody shows up.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
tell me about that. What
Yeah.
was the event?
It was. I think it was right prior when we did the Jump Smokers one. It was just you have high expectations and things don't line up right or your marketing didn't go right and it's just one of those learning curves. But like they always say, it's very cliche, but it's like it's gonna knock you down. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just give up and never try again, or are you gonna learn and are you gonna get better and are you gonna improve and get to where you want to be one day?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
no one showed up.
No, not nobody, but just
still-
it was
Not-
just
not what was
yeah. It
What were
was.
you expecting, and how many folks actually came out?
I think it was like 300, but we had like 50. Like it wasn't even. Yeah, it
Now
kind
let-
of hurt.
Now let me ask you this, because we kind of had that same kind of issue too. Now we're like leading up to it, where you're having people like hyping you up, like, oh yeah, man, there's like these many people talking about it, or this, that. Because that's kind of what happened with our event. Like we had so good turnout, but like the whole time, like every time I would talk with like the owner of the bar, he's like, oh yeah, like 10 people came in asking about the event, or all 15 people messaged us about how to enter, and like he's hyping you up, and then like at least we were learning like Spectrum. They have somebody at Spectrum who'll just like look on Eventbrite and they'll start sharing events.
Uh-huh.
So like Spectrum was promoting on their news channel.
Oh, cool.
We had the bar owner was with friends with the San Antonio Riverwalk page, so they were posting it. So we're like, oh look, all these people are posting it. Like we're gonna have a big turnout. I was like, we're over here like, well, we're expecting maybe 100, but let's just hope maybe it's 500 because it sounds like we may have a lot of people. And then the thing was is we had 0 pre-sale.
Okay.
And I was like,
Oh no.
oh, how are we having all these people but no pre-sale? And then at the time we only had I think like 4 teams, so I was like, either the 4 teams are going to be enough because we're not going to get a lot of people, or we're going to be fucked because we only got 4 teams and we're going to have all these people. And I'm just like, well, I mean, we're going to have, and we're like, what do we do? At that time we only had like 300 people, so it's just like we're like, well, it's going to be small, but they had just hyped it up for us so big that our expectations as it was getting closer, at least for me, just kept growing because everybody was in my ear like, hey, this person, this, and it's like, all right, cool, this is gonna be big. And then it came, and I mean, it was still a good turnout, but it was like, I kind of was a little depressed because I was like, well, we had all this hype that it was gonna be this big old event. It's just like, that event, was it kind of similar to like that? Would you
Yeah,
say?
I definitely agree. It was about the same. And it just, I mean, it kind of hurts. I mean, I think for the next few days, it was one of my first events. So for the next few days, I was just kind of bummed and just kind of like, man, I could have done this, I could have done that, but you learn and you grow
live
from
and
it.
you learn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah. I would probably say that, like, so me being homegrown San Antonio, like, through and through, that having hosted my, like, first event and going through the stress and blessed and everything in between, like, I have mad respect for people who at least have the guts to even attempt it or put a jab at it, because
Right.
it requires a lot of work, y'all. Like, San Antonio, thank you so much for the support in every event that y'all go to, but mad respect to the people behind the scenes, putting the production together, like putting the logistics together, because while we want to share an amazing experience, there's multitudes of people on the background trying to make it happen. So, you know, I definitely hope that Muertos Fest not Muertos Fest, Dia de los Muertos is a huge turnout. I'm super excited. Essex is awesome, so that just like adds to the vibe. It's super picturesque, so
Yeah, definitely.
I'm stoked.
Oh, thank you.
So comment here from Donna, who should have the day off, but she decides to comment. So she says she has the question of what makes your event stand out from the rest of them.
Yeah, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but definitely, you know, the whole 21 and up event factor, and then just basically, so we're gonna have, like I mentioned, 8 different vendors. So with your ticket, you're able to enjoy some of the complimentary cocktails and some of the other aspects of it. So like the bands and things like that. So it's basically similar to a lot of other tasting events that go on around the city. I know the Current does a great job of putting on some events like that too. But yeah, I would say that definitely.
So
How do you make sure your numbers are up now? Since that one that you learned from went all shady, how do you do better these times?
You definitely budget for all your marketing. Back then, I think I was in college, post college, and definitely didn't have the funds that we have today, and you know, kind of saving and that kind of thing. But you definitely have to put a strong marketing budget together. We have a big marketing campaign with SA Current, you know, launching this week, and they're doing a bunch of stuff for us. So, and then, you know, working with you guys, working with everybody else, it's been a big difference in pre-planning.
Do you find that the Current is the best way for you to get your numbers up?
There are one of many organizations in San Antonio that are strong, that can you know, reach a large majority of San Antonio with the social media, emails, you know, text to win, you know, those kind of opportunities. But yeah, there's definitely a couple strong ones out there.
Nice.
Well, give us some game. Who else? The Current. Who else? Some hints, guy.
Yeah, no. My SA sent us some stuff.
Nice.
You know, some good campaigns. Obviously, going TV and radio. Those are some other big ones. But that's definitely something that we may look into the future. But I think for the beginning stages, we want to keep it at a certain percentage of our total budget. So
Cool.
Yeah.
So I know the people who are watching live here are seeing that nice, wonderful bottle on the front of the table.
Oh yeah.
Those who are listening audio-wise, there's a wonderful bottle sitting on the table. So you want to go ahead and shout out who they are, and they're going to be there giving out tasting as well.
Yeah, definitely. So what I have in front of me is Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. It's based out of OC, California. So they're based out of California. It's been out in the market, I want to say since 3 years ago. They launched out in California. And just recently, early this year, I would say March, April. So I'd probably say April, it landed here in Texas.
Ooh,
So it's a peanut butter flavored whiskey. And for those of you that have peanut butter allergens or you can't have peanut butter, that kind of thing, the process and the distillation keeps it at a really, really low percentage of actual peanut butter in there. But it has great, delicious peanut butter flavor.
Man, that's hard to believe because I smelled that thing. It smells like a peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, definitely. So makes great, some fun cocktails ideas, old fashions, peanut butter and jelly shots.
Peanut butter jelly shots.
butter.
That's exactly what I went.
There's an Elvis Presley shot with peanut butter and banana flavors.
Ooh.
So the brand's going to be out there, and they'll definitely have some very fun batch cocktails with it. But more than happy to sample you guys right now. If you guys
Let's
want
do
to have
that.
some.
Let's do that.
I've been-
That's a good idea.
So
Yeah.
We're
fun
all
fact.
about tasting.
So fun fact. I've gone. When was this? Back in July. I had gone down to the valley whenever the Popeye sandwiches were popular. I forgot how long ago that
I
was.
got a cup here.
Yeah.
Oh.
You need
yeah,
water.
They
yeah,
haven't
Oh,
even
okay.
brought back the chicken sandwich.
I know,
I'm
can you-
upset.
These
Okay.
motherfuckers.
Chick-fil-A officially has my loyalty. Not that I said I ever left it, but
Did
it
we-
takes a manpower to have that many chicken sandwiches.
Yes, it does.
On demand daily.
You know what? And I was down to do like some awful things to get one of those chicken sandwiches.
Oh my
And I just couldn't get my hands on any. I was trying. I was hitting up drug dealers. Like, hey, y'all know where those chickens are?
Can I get some on the black market?
Did we ever-
Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
Did we ever find out if Southtown has it or no?
No, I didn't double check the back bar, but if they don't, I would definitely recommend it because this is definitely taken off in San Antonio. A lot of San Antonio accounts have picked it up, and
Yeah.
very,
'cause
very delicious.
Oscar Mercado wanted to know if they carried it, but
You
that's
know,
what's like for sure.
off the bat, this smells like the salted caramel liquors that I've had before. That's
yeah.
the first thing that I'm catching here.
That's my favorite creamer for coffee.
Oh, really?
Salted
Yeah,
caramel.
that's it. It smells a little like Bailey's almost.
Yes.
You can
Yeah,
stick it in
yeah,
your
yeah,
coffee in
yeah.
the morning.
Wake
That's
up.
a hell of a way to
Yeah.
start it up.
Feeling
Yeah.
great.
Tomorrow's Monday. Just put it in your coffee.
Hey, when you want to kill the shakes.
Yeah. So, real quick, back to my story. I got off. Yeah, I know. I totally forgot it here. So we went to the liquor store for liquor, and I found it, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And they're like, "It's peanut butter," and I almost bought it, but I didn't. I somehow couldn't decide to buy a whole bottle and try
Yeah.
it. Well, thanks for waiting, Roy. I'll shut up and we'll drink this, and then
Well,
I'll
I'm sorry.
finish
I'm
my
sorry.
story.
Yeah,
let me
cheers.
Cheers.
talk.
Oh yeah.
That's
Get
why
a
he
little
did
more.
it.
I know.
Yeah,
That's why
my
he
bad,
did it.
my bad. I didn't
Okay.
know. I
So,
wasn't thinking.
Yeah, definitely great peanut butter smell. Definitely has that great balance of peanut butter and whiskey. So it's not super sweet. You leaves that peanut butter like lingering whiskey flavor at the end. Great for cocktails and just a great fun brand. The name behind it is Screwball. So the basis of that, it's a husband and wife out of California, and they wanted to make something odd and different for the oddball out there in the world.
Nice.
Their logo has a black sheep on it.
Oh.
So that's their logo behind it, the
Got
black
it.
sheep, the odd person in the group. And they've really, you go on their website and their Instagram, they it's all about fun. That's a fun brand to sell and a fun brand to have some drinks
Hey,
with.
well, cheers to
Yeah.
motherfucking screwballs, baby.
Screwballs.
To all the black sheep.
To the odd man out.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheers,
Hey,
guys.
get me over there.
Cheers.
Don't leave me hanging. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, that's smooth. If y'all are looking for something for fall, man, bring it out with the loteria, the turkey.
Yeah, there you go.
Abuela's menudo.
But you better be careful because that shit is tricky, bro. I mean, that tastes so good. You could just be there for a little bit.
Yeah.
The kids might get into it. You know what I mean?
All those that like to roast pecans with liquor, that would be a good
Yeah,
one
that's
to
some-
roast in there and get the peanut butter pecan taste to it.
I don't know. I wouldn't waste it cooking with that. That shit tastes good. You're gonna want that inside of you.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Gives you the warm and fuzzies.
have you ever had the Jack Daniel chocolates?
No.
So there's a chocolate, but inside there's a shot of Jack Daniels.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So we went to New Orleans and I had bought them, and then we ran out of alcohol, so I was like biting them and just pouring the shots into the drink. I was like, I ain't got time to eat the chocolate. I'm just gonna just like bite it and pour the shot in there because I like run out. Because I'm a big Jack Daniels fan, so I have bought like
awesome.
that and
Where
I bought
there's
like
a
the
will, there's
pecans.
a way.
So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do that instead. But
Well, the screwball sure does warm up the heart. You know, I feel the warmth already.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's
Cold,
nice.
cold weather's coming in. Grab a bottle and
And I would say, I don't know if it's the best pairing for it, but this Texacola wasn't so bad with it. And it
Oh, yeah?
wouldn't be my first choice, but, you know, it's all right.
yeah.
I would say more if you want like that peanut butter and jelly, maybe like a grape soda with it. Would kind of give you that peanut butter and jelly taste.
You know,
maybe.
I wouldn't even fuck with it. I mean, if you're
I mean,
at
straight
home
up
and
is
you're,
good with it, but-
straight up is just fine. Even a lady could like that. Well,
Oh,
you liked it,
was
right?
good.
Yeah.
It was
I was gonna say, what do you call her then?
It was delicious.
So after, I know it's kind of a little too early to be talking about after, but after this, do you have anything planned next, or any goals or anything you're thinking towards?
Yeah, I think definitely not the rest of this year. I think the year's coming to a close, but I think early in spring definitely have some fun ideas. Looking to partner with some other people out of UTSA alumni. Definitely want to get involved with them as well too.
Nice.
Do some stuff at UTSA. I would say Fiesta, but man, there's just so much going on, and it seems like it's so tapped. But I mean, definitely down the line, I think we'll come up with some other fun stuff.
Hey, listen, everybody I've ever met who does these event things, put on these big-ass events, they're like adrenaline junkies. They love the shit.
Yeah,
Is that you?
I'm more of a businessman type of person.
He's the numbers behind it.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
I
like
definitely-
Mr. Krabs. Get that money in there.
nah, not as bad as Mr. Krabs. But no, definitely, just creating a fun event and then, just creating something different and fun. I think it's my concept behind it. So
Nice. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with my skeleton face painted.
Yes, please.
And bring my picture and all that stuff. So I'm stoked.
Do you
Awesome.
have anybody that you're going to put on the altar? Somebody that you want to remember?
yeah, my sister passed away whenever I was 12 years old.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
dude.
Sorry.
So it, I think about it every day, and it's one of those things. And back
She's your motivation.
yeah, she is. She really is. And so she'll definitely be at the top of the altar. I'll definitely find a nice picture of her and put her up there.
How do you think that affects you coming up for the rest of your life?
It definitely does. I mean, you think about it every day. You think about what it would have been like, and you start thinking about why me, and she passed away from leukemia. It was very sudden, very quick, so it's just definitely one of those. I wish I could have gone back in time and done this or said this, and said final goodbyes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aside from the goodbye, though, is there anything else that in your heart you really wish that you had the opportunity to say to your sibling?
There's a bunch of stuff.
I mean, I'm sorry to probe, but
Yeah.
this is a life experience that I'm sure there's others out there that are dealing with. So I'm just curious, like,
Yeah.
what are those things that go through your mind every day as you're thinking about it?
I mean, we were both very young,
Yeah.
and it's just, I think when it happened, I definitely didn't understand what happened. I think definitely that first year after it happened, I tried to downplay it and it seemed like nothing was wrong.
Yeah.
But definitely as you kind of get older and you start really understanding everything and wishing and hoping that things were different, you get a lot of questions and things that you would like to say. But I think the best thing is to always remember that they're so with you. And I know my sister's always with me, and because there's sometimes there's things that happen or scenarios that I get in, or just life that happens, and you're just like, wow, like how am I the only one that it didn't affect me, or I'm so lucky that this happened, or the way, I'm not trying to get really into specifics, but just about things in your life that occur, and you're just like, that's crazy how that worked out, and someone's watching over me, and someone's really
She's
taking
definitely
care
your
of you.
guardian angel.
Yeah,
For
so.
sure.
Man, it's
For
beautiful.
sure.
I mean, I feel like I can't be asking a bunch of questions about that, but I'm so fucking curious, believe me.
No,
No,
yeah.
and I
Firm
bel-
believer in that.
Yeah, I was
for
gonna say,
sure.
I believe in that for sure too, because in February we had moved to our mobile home that we're at now, and we were like still like trying to like apply to get in, and they were just giving us so much hassle. But my grandma had just passed away like 2 weeks before that, and it was ironic that that day after we buried her, that Monday they called and they said, you guys got approved, you're good to go.
Wow.
Right.
And I was like, that's my grandma. I was like, there's no way that's not my grandma,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I was like, the whole time when she was like there towards the end, they were like, well, our system froze. We don't know if we got it in time. We have to see if we got it, and we have to check this. And it was like, we had been going at it for about 3 weeks trying to like get it all like figured out. And like that Monday after, they're like, oh yeah, everything cleared. Everything's good in the system. You guys are good to move in.
I thought they called those prefabricated homes now.
Well, I don't know what they call them now.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think that it. I mean, maybe it's more so just on the Hispanic side of the culture. I mean, unfortunately, like I lost my aunt in May of this year very suddenly. She was on a trip, like a church trip, and I love to travel. I feel like she gave me the like urge to travel and the wanderlust and like why not and do it. So it was hard. It was really hard. She was like my second mom. But like to y'all's point, in some stuff, like even in life now, like I mean with the growth that we have with our stuff, there's days where I'm like, man, I kind of want to give up, but then I'm like, no, what's gonna keep me pushing forward? And sometimes I'm like, damn, it was a rough week. How in the heck did I get through it? And I pray every single day. I'm a firm believer. But I'm just like, you know, maybe it's her watching over me. Like maybe she's helping me with these battles and like, you know, things like that. So I mean, keep going, man. It just makes us stronger.
Yeah.
Like it sucks in the mortal world, but like they're there with us, and if you just keep talking to them and keep them in the know, they're there.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It is so cool to think that our Latin ancestors said this the most terrible moment that you could probably face in life, the death of somebody that you love. Fuck it, we're gonna make a party out of it. I mean, could you imagine that? Like back then, they decided that they knew how hard this shit was, so they knew we were gonna need a party. So you're continuing that legacy. What does it feel like to be so connected to the past?
It's important because the past builds and helps build like your future. I mean, the past
Absolutely.
is, you know, I think I'm a firm believer with everything that's happened in my life that you know, things happen for a reason, and it's very cliche, but I do believe if this didn't happen, then things would be different. You take things for granted. You know, every day you wake up and it's like, oh, like you pray you win the lottery or something like that. But it's like you're healthy. You have
Those
a
are material
job.
things.
You have
like you have a roof over your head.
Yeah,
Food
So-
on the table.
exactly. But yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm a strong believer of, you know, the past is your future, and by remembering and honoring them, I think it's you know, a great way to do that.
Is there a feeling in the air at an event like this where you can actually feel like the people who have gone to the other side are there, like they're celebrating too?
I would say yes.
I think
Yeah?
so. Yeah, I would say so. I think we won't know until, you know, we pass away and you know we're there, and then
Right.
personally like, hey, everybody was there and celebrating with us. We just didn't know.
True.
But I think so.
Yeah. Sweet.
So, oh, I'm sorry, can we drink? So before we jump into all the topics here, real quick, because we haven't mentioned it yet, what's the pricing to get in? And we know 21 and up, but how's all that?
Yeah, 21 and up. We have our tickets on Eventbrite.com. You can check us out on Instagram at SA Dia de los Muertos, or also on Facebook. You can search SA's first annual Dia de los Muertos. Ticket prices right now pre-sale $20, so very, very affordable. You
And
know,
$20 still gets them a few tastings.
yeah, $20. So $20 is just our entry fee to come inside.
Okay.
So once inside, you can enjoy, you know, all the tastings. You know, I ask everybody just, you know, drink responsibly. You want to come out and have a
the
good.
tastings are free.
Yeah, it's
So
all
for $20?
it's all complimentary.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh boy. That's
Red
a
alert.
damn good
Y'all
deal
need to
right
figure
there.
out
I was
what
gonna say-
you're
I was
doing
gonna say,
Saturday.
and then-
Yeah,
This is
I know.
steal.
Yeah, so I
Uh-huh.
mean, you said there
Yeah.
were what 10 samples or 10 different brands.
Eight.
We're gonna have 8 different brands.
Still, it's less than $3 a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can try. You'll be able to try it straight. We're gonna have batch cocktails. Shout out to Deep Eddy. I can just run through the list real quick.
Please.
So, we're gonna have Deep Eddy vodka. You know, Texas-based vodka out of Dripping Springs. They're gonna have 2 different batch cocktails, and they're also gonna have some infused bolis. So they're gonna have some different flavored bolis, and they're gonna have vodka in them.
What's
as well.
a boli?
It's like the plastic frozen. How do I describe it?
I don't know.
I'm sure you remember. If you look at a picture, you'd be like, "Oh man, I remember that as a kid."
Like the little jugs, the barrels.
No, like the little plastic like tubes. They're like ice. No, it's not ice
Oh,
cream,
like
but it's
those frozen
like
things where you
yeah.
keep, okay, I feel you.
So they're gonna have some of those out there. We have Devil's River.
Yes.
Oh,
Texas,
I love
boy.
them.
Texas-based bourbon. They'll be out there. They'll have some sampling too. We'll also have some smaller Texas brands. Calamity Gin. A Texas gin made out of blue bonnets.
For all you
For those that
What?
don't know. Yeah.
Out of blue bonnets?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
How is that even legal?
I know.
well, I think the land and their property, because you can take and pick your own if it's off your property. But I think it's like if you're off of like a highway and stuff, you can't pick them. So
Deep in the heart
So they'll be out there. A German-based herbal liqueur called Blumenflucker will be out there. that is
like it.
the name.
Hey,
so,
I dig it. I dig it.
so
I would appreciate you stop calling me that.
it's funny because they have some cool shirts that say "Let's get flucked up."
Oh, that's cool.
So those are pretty cool. So we'll also have Screwball as well, Crystal Head vodka, which is a vodka that looks exactly like
Wait.
a skeleton head.
The one by Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so-
How did you get that done? That is fucking cool.
Yeah, so they'll be out there. We really thought it was a cool vodka to bring out, especially just because of their bottle themselves. And
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you know the brand. Yeah.
Please, of course. How can I not know the finest vodka out there?
So Screwball peanut butter whiskey, of course, and then some big boys like 1800 and Jose Cuervo will be out there.
Okay, look. So you go to St. Mary's.
Tequila
Yeah, I
or
did,
te
yeah.
amo?
What?
Tequila or te amo?
Well, I like love more than I'm a lover. Okay, so you go to St. Mary's. You're from San Antonio / Fort Worth.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you even get a hold of these guys, these big cats that are running these liquor companies?
It's it's about networking. Another thing, people putting out events, you just meet everybody. You never know who you're gonna run into and meet, and
Shoot your shot, man.
yeah, pick up a business card. Another big sponsor of ours is Topo Chico is gonna be out there.
Oh, that's how you know it's real
Yeah,
cultured.
so they'll be out there. All of our brands, you can try them straight, but you can also grab a nice cold refreshing Topo Chico and put that in your drink as well. And who else am I missing? I think that's it. I think that makes 8. Yeah.
Essex is. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep asking a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah.
Does the event have a handle? Can you give us the handle over the podcast?
Oh yeah. So like the social media piece.
Yeah. So people can follow and check it out.
Yeah,
and stuff.
so on Instagram is where we have a lot of our pictures and visuals. Is at SA Dia de los Muertos.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Facebook, it's a little bit longer, but it's the letter S and A. SA's first annual Dia de los Muertos.
Cool.
But a lot more of our pictures and things like that are on Instagram. I think I just prefer Instagram a little bit more
Yeah.
over Facebook, but it seems a
Well,
little bit
you're
easier.
under 40, so that makes sense.
But and then also too. Before I forget, our food trucks too. So we're gonna have Ay Que Rico out there,
Ooh.
Ay Papi, which is a Puerto Rican food truck, and then also a barbecue truck, which is Brisket Boys here in town.
Oh, Briscoe is pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah, they're gonna be out there. So yeah, when it came to the food, we definitely wanted to keep it. We were thinking about, okay, let's keep it all culture Hispanic, but we were like, well, if we do that, we're gonna have 3 of the same trucks.
Yeah.
Doing that
All
kind of
tacos.
thing. Yeah, all tacos, empanadas, that kind of thing. So we were just like, let's just give people a variety and, bring them on board.
You
so.
gonna have any vegan or vegetarian options? I'm not any of that shit, but there's a lot of those folks.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now, we're not.
The spirits.
Yeah.
The peanut butter, the screwball.
Yeah. We won't, but I'll definitely talk to our food trucks and see if they can maybe have, an option for
Yeah.
them.
Normally they do.
Yeah. I think right now we would love to bring on a 4th, but right now our numbers with 3, I think are good. But hopefully, we can bring on a 4th truck and, we definitely make it that vegan option for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, jumping into our question of the day here, and then we'll wrap up the show with one last plug before I let you go. So, jumping into our question of the day, I got the question of the day from the good folks at SATX Foodies, who they posted on their Instagram, so I kind of just stole it from them. So, the question of the day is, do you guys eat gas station food? And if so, what's your favorite food to eat from a gas station?
Hot Cheetos with cheese.
I guess we can count that.
What gas station are you going to?
Dude, okay, so you get the hot Cheetos, whatever kind
Oh,
you like.
you cut 'em
You
open.
open it up,
Yeah.
and then you put it under their cheese thing.
God,
Instant
it's-
hot Cheetos and cheese. It takes me back to middle school and high school. Football games, all that jazz, concession stands.
And you know what? She's from South San.
Yeah.
They got that ghetto shit out
Yeah.
there. They know.
Yep.
The pickle in the jar. Like
Yes.
She's walking around with just an open pack of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any, or do you have everything?
No, not really. But I would definitely say my girlfriend loves hot Cheetos, and she's always telling me, "Babe, can you go get me some hot Cheetos?" We have a little corner store by the house, so I'm always running over there. So they know me already over there.
Those hot Cheeto runs.
Yeah, late night.
Amazing. Keep your girl happy, y'all.
Oh,
Hot
for
Cheetos
sure.
and cheese.
For sure.
So,
Stopped.
So, do
Yeah.
you have any preferences, Roy?
I mean, I don't really eat too much gas station stuff, but I like hard-boiled eggs, and they have them there sometimes.
Oh my god, I would not trust them from there.
Him and his hard-boiled eggs.
No.
Well, they're prepackaged, you know.
So,
So like, yeah, nah, fuck that.
So
How
reading
long
some of
have
the
they been there?
right. So reading off some of the comments here, we have Hector Sanchez from King Salami.
Hey,
He said QT, which is Quick Trip for those who don't know. He says they're by far the top of the gas station food chains.
They're popping up everywhere.
Yes, and I love it.
I feel a little bit indifferent.
Well,
There's
can
like
I-
3 of them about to pop up on Hebner, and that's just gonna become cluster.
Their bacon,
central.
their
yeah.
bacon grilled cheese is amazing.
well, let me push back on that a touch. Have you ever been to Picnic?
Ooh.
Long time ago, yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh, I don't
Picnic has breakfast tacos, and they got real old Mexican ladies.
No,
in
no,
there.
no,
there
no,
you
no.
go,
If
okay.
we're even gonna bring that up, you need to talk about a Stripes with
Yes.
Laredo Taco Company attached
Ah.
Which that was
Ugh.
the next question
to it.
response.
Heck to the
Um,
yes.
Yeah, so Megan said Laredo Taco Company or Laredo Taco for sure. I have Matt VZ who says hot dogs from Valero or Circle K are a good pick me up.
Okay.
In a pinch.
Yeah, Mira Meadows said hot dogs with chili and cheese. Shout out to Mira Meadows.
Ooh.
Hey, that's another hot Cheetos and cheese girl right there. What's up,
Yeah.
Natasha?
The food truck I Chihuahua Taco said Quick Trip. I have Melita Rayner who also said Quick Trip's egg rolls are the bomb.
What? They have egg
Ooh,
rolls?
some egg rolls.
Yes,
How much of a food selection is at this Quick Trip?
they have a
I don't know
lot.
if I would trust any.
They have a full no.
Well, I
But,
ate hard-boiled eggs, so I'm not
Well-
really picky. You know?
well, they have like the roller food that it's kind of like every other gas station, but then they have an actual like full kitchen in the middle of the place.
no shit.
And they're making like sandwiches and the grilled cheese. I get grilled cheese bacon with fried jalapeno like crisps. That's why you asked me, do I eat fried jalapenos all the
no
time?
way.
Yes.
At QT?
Yes, and it's
Man,
only
I don't
like
think I haven't seen one in the South yet.
and it's only like $4 and
because
like
they're
30
not
cents for 'em.
QT.
Oh,
Just kidding.
that was rude.
Let me see if I have any yes, but that is the that's why I like them for the food, not so much for the gas stuff. But they have a full actual kitchen that you can actually see them cooking, so it's not like in the back somewhere or like the 7-Elevens where they have that little toaster oven and they're just shoving everything in there. They actually have like the full kitchen with the workspace and everything there.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
know that.
so if I had to actually like eat for my life, depending on it, I would go there because you can actually see what they're cooking,
Yeah.
not just guessing. And then there's pretty cheap. They even have like ice cream for like 50 cents, like an ice cream cone.
Oh, nice.
Dang.
Yeah, so they always have good deals. And then like if you go during, I think like 4 to 9, you can get if you buy a soda, they give you the slice for free, or the slice you get the soda or something for free.
Nice.
So they have like really good deals to get people in, and of course they're popping up everywhere.
When you go, mention to No Culture.
Yes. And QT, cut us a check or give us some free food. I don't care.
Send it this way.
whichever one you want to do, it's fine.
You can
and
just
then-
walk out with food from the gas station. They can't follow you.
That's
Oh God.
Roy knows.
Don't listen to Roy.
We'll save that for another episode on how to get by with shit.
Can we touch like super quick 2-second base on the Spurs marketing that they did yesterday with bringing in Loteria cards into the Spurs stuff? Like it was like El Coyote, Los Spurs. Like I love it. Huge fan of Millennial Loteria in case any of y'all have played or haven't played.
Hey, on that one, they have this thing. It says El Dick Pic.
Yeah, and it's the cactus.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
awesome.
Okay.
But I love it. I feel like it kind of just, hits home for San Antonio and the Loteria and the culture
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. I love when people get it right. Another one of people getting it right, shout out to Barbacoa Apparel for the Dia de los Muertos skull that is giving a shout out to Handy Andy, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Handy
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
I gotta see
So,
this.
Roy and I grew up on the south side.
Yeah.
Formosa has a Handy Andy. That was like home ground, and to see that come back, now it's our lands and
Hey,
whatever.
but the
it's
cool
called.
thing was at that Handy Andy, this is funny. You go to the frozen food section, and in the middle of the frozen food section, one of them big ass bins, and it had the knockoff Converse. It was like
Yeah.
2 for $10.
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
You had to buy one shoe at a time.
So they definitely hit the nail on the head for that. I'm gonna try to see if I can scoop one up for the Dia de los Muertos festival. So if you catch me in that, yes. They had this amazing T-shirt like 2 weekends ago at the taco truck throwdown that said gorditas always snuggle better.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
it
yeah.
had two
I
gorditas
saw that.
snuggling together.
I'm-
Oh my god.
I
I got it. I loved it. It was awesome.
I'm working on one. I'm working with them to get me my size, but they have one on there that's the flour and the corn tortilla,
Yeah.
and then it says corn in the streets, flour in the sheets.
Oh my god. I love it. I love
like
it.
that.
I would get that one.
that's
I would
what
get
I was
that.
like. I was like, I need that one. I need my size, so we're working on that. And then to wrap up the question of the day, Oscar Mercado said fried burritos, and then he said the picnic on presa.
Yeah, there you go. Picnic.
Ooh.
Like that.
So, of course, if you want to be part of the show, just comment on our question of the day. And if we see it in time, we'll get you mentioned on the show. So we still have a little bit of time here. We got about 10 minutes. So we're going to dip into... I don't know which one we want to do here.
Ooh.
We just talked about the Spurs. They won. 2-0.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about this Mission's new stadium.
Okay, so
Okay.
I was thinking
That's
that
what I was
too.
thinking.
Yeah.
All right. You want to read it, Roy?
Sure. Mission's new stadium, now or never. Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf, who is the namesake of the San Antonio Mission's current stadium, told KSAT that San Antonio will need a new stadium if it wants to keep a AAA baseball in town. All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
If you haven't heard already, next season could also mean the end of minor league baseball as we know it. According to a report by Baseball America last week, Major League Baseball has a dramatic proposal that will reshape the minor league baseball system. Multiple factors will be considered on whether a team continues to exist or move up or down in classification. The Pacific Coast League, which the Missions just played their first season in, may go from 16 teams to 10 teams by 2021. Some teams may go from AAA classification to Class A and vice versa. And the question here, do you think San Antonio needs a new stadium? Why or why not? What does this mean for the future of the San Antonio Missions?
Oh, I have to turn it off. Okay, yeah, this soundboard would work great if the sound was on. I kind of do. I mean, it's kind of tough though. I mean, well, it doesn't really hurt to move a new stadium because you have events like Malaluna and SOS Fest that are still using the property and the Margarita Pour-Off as well.
Even tacos and tequila.
Yeah, Tacos Tequila too. Like they still use the venue, so it's not going to be something that's going to be just a waste that like just going to sit there in ruins. So I don't see why not. I mean, they win. It's not like they suck. They've win their championships like year in and year out. And I mean, attendance, I don't know what attendance numbers look like recently. I haven't been in like 2-3 years.
I think it's pretty good, to be honest. Like, I went to the season opener. I'm a huge Missions fan. I love their whole like flying chanclas campaign that they did.
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know if y'all have seen like the ball or Mrs. Balapeño with the huevo and the chancla and the wig. Like it's so cool. But I honestly I feel like that's a key part of San Antonio. Like I don't know what San Antonio would be without the Missions. Like I know it's not the same thing as the Spurs,
Right.
but like that's like one of our legs. So don't cut it off.
I'm gonna say the Puffy Taco doesn't exist without the Missions.
Exactly.
So-
Like who would Henry's Puffy Taco be as like a restaurant without them having their mascot at the Missions game every single like 7th inning or whenever they're running around the bases? I don't mind them moving it, but I definitely don't think we should lose them.
Well, strongly disagree on both fronts. First thing is, I think there's a lot of empty time there. There's a couple of events that happen there from time to time, but it's not that often. And then secondly, if any of this is going to involve taxpayer funding, fuck that. If they had corporate sponsors, this was like the AT&T Center all over again.
Yeah.
That's something different. But if we got to pay for it, well, see ya. Good luck, Missions. You can go somewhere else. That's my take on it. I don't want no
Who's
taxpayer
gonna
dollars
play
go
the
to
hooks
this.
though?
Play the what?
Who's gonna play the Corpus Christi hooks?
I don't know. Somebody, not me.
Boo.
That's funny that they have the hooks. The first thing, no, don't take it there.
But yeah, but that's why I go. If we end up like not using the stadium, then you're even having more dead time because that time that they're playing doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, Roy.
Yeah, but you could fill that up with new events. They did the same thing at the Alamo Dome, and
And the Freeman.
yeah, that's right. And the Freeman now has more events coming through too. So I don't know. I mean, I hate when these sports teams try to take advantage of us. They got us by the fucking dick, and they just want us to do whatever they want.
But I mean, it's something that's been, but obviously it's not working because it's been something they've been talking about for the last like 4 or 5 years. Because they were originally talking about moving it downtown, and that's been the biggest thing that they wanted downtown as a complex near the Alamo Dome, so they can push football and the baseball at the same time. Like right now that the UTSA would be playing, it'd be like after they play, you go see the Missions play if they're in the playoffs.
I'm sorry
Kinda.
though. I hate watching a basketball game inside the Alamo Dome.
It's
It
a
is
football game.
No. But you know how like the Rangers have like their like spring whatever,
training,
and
yeah.
they do
Yeah.
it in there. It's
Yeah.
so weird. It's like, this isn't what this is for.
Well, no, they didn't want to move into the Alamo Dome. They wanted to build like a whole new stadium right next to the Alamo
But see,
Dome.
that's what I don't understand. If we have the Freeman, if we have the Alamo Dome, if we got all these complexes that nobody's fucking using all the time, why can't we make use of one of those? Why would we have to go to a brand new stadium?
Because that
Dun-dun-dun,
defeat that one. In this
dun-dun.
case, it would defeat the purpose of moving. Because it's like saying you're gonna move from the house that has the broken glass to the house that has the window the door that doesn't lock. Like, why are you gonna move then? Just stay at your damn house and put something on, get a new window.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, don't use my money to fix any of your shit. Just leave it alone.
Sometimes it's cheaper. Sometimes
Yeah.
think about it, even though it is a lot of
Uh,
money. Sometimes it's cheaper thinking about logistically, like how they want to renovate and do this and that. Sometimes it's just like, let's just knock it all down and put something new.
Because you have to pay to knock it down or replace the
Yeah.
seats, and then pay to put whatever the new seats are in there.
Yeah.
And then with the weather, because it's an outside stadium, now you're gonna delay that. It's gonna cost even more money.
Now, when y'all go to the Missions game, is there a lot of people there?
There's a good
Depends on when you
turnout.
go. If you go 4th of July weekend, it's packed.
Yeah.
No, there's a good turnout. So they have like Monday, they have a thing, $2 Tuesdays, $1 Wednesdays. They have military days. I mean, I like going. It's a good time.
I've been in many years, so
Dollar beers are fun.
Yeah, dollar beers are
who
good.
doesn't like that?
Yeah,
And they do like Jersey nights and
Yeah.
yeah. But if San Antonio is looking to put their money somewhere, here's a recommendation. We have about 3 days. Vice Tequila is still
Yeah.
on their
Yes.
Kickstarter. They have until the 30th. So any donations, y'all, from $1 all the way to whatever your little heart desires, if we can help them push to their goal so that they can distribute and be our organic tequila for Fiesta, let's do it. Everybody jump in. Their Kickstarter is on SATX Rated's page. You can go to Vice Tequila's Instagram, their Facebook, and just donate. Share with your friends, coworkers, Girl Scout cookies, people
drunk
that
buddy.
buy your stuff.
people at the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. But yeah, let's support them so that hopefully the next time we have an event next year, we can have them as one
Oh
of our
yeah,
vendors.
for sure. That'd be fun.
Tomorrow on The Carpenter's Apprentice, plug, at tc.apprentice on Instagram, we'll be dropping an interview with Vice Tequila where you can learn more about what they're doing, how they got started, and how much money they have left to get to their goal. It's going to be really good. I'm very excited about those guys. I genuinely believe that they could be like San Antonio Ciroc. We could have our own homegrown success story.
That would be
Awesome.
dope. Yeah,
So-
no, great guys.
Fun fact, see if anybody knows. What makes tequila tequila?
I know.
Go ahead,
I'll
go,
let you-
go,
I'll
go.
let you guys go.
No. Go.
So, let me begin. So, tequila has to be come from Mexico within the 5 different regions: Guanajuato, Nayarit, Michoacán, Tamaulipas, and
Tequila. No, last
Jalisco?
one's tequila.
well, Jalisco. Yeah. Too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nayarit, Jalisco, Guanajuato, Michoacán, and Tamaulipas. Those are the 5 different regions. So about a good 90-95% comes from the region of Jalisco, state of Jalisco. Tequila has to be 51% Blue Weber agave to be considered tequila. 100% tequila, organic tequila, is 100% Blue Weber agave, and Blue Weber agave is a type of agave plant, different from mezcal, which some of the other ones from mezcal are espadín, which is more the popular one, which makes it considered mezcal. But tequila has to be made from Blue Weber tequila, Blue Weber agave.
Wow.
nice.
Shit, who knew he just had
Yeah,
that shit
I
on
was about
deck?
to say, we just got some knowledge drop on
So
us.
that's why, even though it's San Antonio based, it's still actually made in Mexico because of the
Right.
laws. But
Right.
it is
Yeah.
still San Antonio theme based idea. It came from here. But yeah, I know that happened a couple years ago somewhere in California. They made like their version of tequila, and they were claiming it as tequila, and yeah, they got into a big old legal thing
Because it wasn't
the-
homegrown there.
because
Yeah.
Canada and the U.S. agree that like it has to be made in Mexico for it to be tequila.
Mhm.
Yeah. But the design that they have, I mean, they've paid
The look-
attention to a lot of detail in
That
San
logo's dope.
Antonio. The papel picado, the Statue of Friendship, like all that stuff. It's just like, man, if you really pay attention, it's San Antonio through and through, for sure.
I would just love to see one of our own win,
Yeah.
especially in that industry.
Yeah,
For
it's so
sure.
competitive, but
Mhm.
yeah, it'd be awesome.
And of course, Saturday you can catch King Roy over here.
Oh, right. I didn't want to stomp on your shit, so I'm going to mention
Well,
it.
no,
But I
that's-
would
Oh, no,
have.
yeah.
Okay.
No, no, go ahead.
That's why I'm getting to him last.
Oh, okay,
That way-
okay,
go ahead,
perfect,
go ahead.
perfect. Yeah.
We make sure he carries it home.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
plan.
So Saturday, November 2nd, I'll be over at Alamo Beer Company with Fideo Local Fest. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be trying out, I think, 10 different fideos from around the city, and we're going to try to find the best fideo in the city. I am, of course, the Fideo Local King. And Donovan from SATX Rated is the Northside, the Prince of the North Side. He is the Prince of the North Side, and we have like great people from all over the city that are prince and princesses from different sides of the city. You guys got to come out and check it out.
So, of course, you can go to that in the morning, and then in the evening, after you get full on Fideo, jump over to his event over here, the Dia de los Muertos event.
Exactly.
And
No, I was just going to say that, yeah. If it wasn't for my event, I would definitely be out there supporting Fidel Loco and trying some of that food.
What time is yours going till? Because I might want to get a little
Yes,
toasty after
so
this.
we start. It'll be from 6 to 11, 6 with VIP, and
Oh,
then
perfect.
general
Yeah.
admission is going to start at 7, so 7 to 11. So we may tweak that a little bit just because there is a cold front coming in, so not to keep people away from coming, obviously. But there is a little cold front coming in, and they say it might get a little chilly Thursday night. So we may just open it up, everybody at 6.
Oh, gotcha.
Especially sun's still out. You can come and
Yeah.
enjoy the Essex art, too. And then, come have some drinks and warm up and have some fun.
Half the fun of Essex is taking those pictures.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What time is yours?
I was just gonna look it up. I don't know.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you're like 11
Yeah.
or something.
But yeah.
Oh yeah,
go
I
eat-
think
Yeah.
we're gonna have time.
Yeah, I think it's
Go
right
eat
before
some
and then,
fidel,
yeah.
be full, and then go have some spirits, enjoying your family spirits.
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, I'm probably gonna do exactly that, brother. I'll be out there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll be asking for a hookup at the door. I'll be like, I just talked to this motherfucker.
I was there. Here's my proof. I was like, you want to get that on audio right now so you can just
Yeah.
Just wait.
Here, listen, here. I got headphones. So, of course, that wraps up the show, I think. 'Cause we're already over time. Yeah, so cool. So, one last time before we go around, we'll go this way and have you plug last. Social media tags, plugs, everybody.
Sure. My name's Roy. You can find me online on Instagram at tc.apprentice or on Facebook at The Carpenter's Apprentice. We interview people around town who are doing cool shit.
Angela with SATX Rated, Instagram SATX Rated, Facebook, like our page, Food and Fun Ambassadors of San Antonio.
I'll let you go.
Okay, Michael with Ese Dia de los Muertos. Hope you guys can come out this Saturday, November 2nd, celebrating Dia de los Muertos over at Essex Modern City.
And, of course, 210 Culture, where you're watching us live from Pub Sports Radio from Southtown 101 with the wonderful Texacola soda from Southside Craftside Soda. And, of course, check out our videos. We have the corn maze we did with Roy out now, the cheater. What else do we have? Oh, we had the food truck. I can't pronounce the food truck right now because I don't want to butcher it. But check out those videos as well. Check out this podcast. If you just see the video rolling, watch it all. And with that being said, thank you again for everybody coming out and helping me out here since I was one man today for my team. So again, thanks Roy. Thanks for being a co-host. Thank you for being our guest.
Thank
and
you.
with that being said, 210 Culture, bring in the best of 210 Nation.
Hey.
Peace.